Every 500 years. Every 500 years, Princess Twilight Sparkle took a bath. Baths were not uncommon for Twilight. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, she would dip into the warm waters as palace maids put out steaming towels and scented candles, and sigh until there was nothing left to sigh about. And then she would smile. That was her alone time. Time to unwind and savor the joy of being and not having to worry about checklists, or how Spike was doing halfway across the Empire. But every 500 years, she would take her parchment, detailed scribbles lining in the margins, and walk along the empty hallways until she reached the bathing room, where no pony would be waiting, except for the singular maid whose job it was to attend to Twilight until the early hours of the morning, when it would be time to go. Twilight chose those maids particularly carefully. The current one was named Stoneheart, and with good reason. As she entered the bathing room on the eve of her 1000th birthday, there was Stoneheart, standing stalwart in the corner, unmoving, unblinking. And Twilight liked that. Most of the other castle staff would still shrink in her presence, strike up an awkward conversation, only to back down immediately out of embarrassment. Stoneheart was the friend.
No, not a friend.
Twilight reminded herself, who made you feel most comfortable in the depths of silence.
Good evening, Princess.
Twilight squeezed her eyes shut, and then snapped them open, repeating the procedure a couple of times. She then yawned and smiled.
Good evening, Heart.
Stoneheart gave a curt nod.
How's the checklist coming along?
Twilight paused in the doorway.
Ahead of schedule, I think. I just need to make a few final notes, and then I'll be ready.
Humming a distant tune, she walked inside and gently closed the door behind her.
Everything is prepared, I hope?
Stoneheart nodded.
Yeah.
Her horn lit up and the water lightly trembled before beginning to warm.
I'll get the bath ready. Excellent.
Twilight sat next to the large tub and extended the scroll, reading from the top.
Got that. Yep. Check.
Halfway through, she yawned and extended her hooves, stretching them as far as she could reach.
Wow. Oh, I am really tired. Wake me up if I fall asleep in the tub, okay?
She winked at Stoneheart.
Sorry, bad joke. Actually, I think I have some free time since I'm a little ahead of schedule. So, do you want to chat a little?
Stoneheart rubbed her snout with a hoof and said,
I'm not much of a chatter, Princess, but I'd be happy to listen to anything you'd have to say.
Twilight grinned and leaned back.
No, I don't really have anything to say. And hey, if you ever wanted to ask something though, now's your chance. Huh.
Stoneheart put a hoof to her chin.
Favorite memory?
Twilight giggled.
Oh, that's an easy one. Bingo with Jumping Jack and Wandering Spirit, without a doubt. You think it's such a boring game sometimes, but then you have two good friends who know how to bend every rule imaginable, and then it gets really exciting.
Stoneheart raised an eyebrow. After a moment's thought, she grinned deviously and asked,
Any Canterlot nobles that you seriously considered executing?
Twilight rubbed her hoofs together.
Ooh, good one. Yeah, there's been a couple I can think of, although I had to settle for prison sentences instead. But hey, at least I got to regale the courts with my impassioned testimony.
She made an angry face, waving a clenched hoof ahead of her and pretending to shout at an imaginary crowd.
So, you got any more questions?
Stoneheart's face fell solemn.
Yeah, just two. First, what's on the list? Could you read some of it for me?
Twilight took a slow breath in, then let it out carefully. She turned her head away in hesitation, but forced it back a second later.
You know what? Sure. It's not like I have anything to lose from this. Anyway. Oh, where to begin? Oh, okay, I got one. Item 12. Make sure all outstanding debts are settled. Item 27. Make sure you find some pony else to take over lowering and raising the sun and moon for a 24-hour period. Item 74, make sure Equestria is not at war, and will not go to war.
Then her eyes neared the end of the list, and she paused.
Item 95, Make sure that Stoneheart gets a generous retirement package. Item 99. Make sure that you have not taken up any personal students recently. Item 100. Make sure you haven't made any friends in the past 50 years.
Twilight let another shaky breath out, and smiled again at Stoneheart.
Well, there it is. So, what do you think?
Stoneheart paused.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
She looked around the room, at the potions in the corner, and at the cold towels lying on the rack, anything to avoid staring at Twilight. And then she said it.
Why do you do it? It's the only way
said Twilight.
to keep myself happy. What do you mean?
Asked Stoneheart.
Shouldn't you, of all ponies, know that friendship is what? Heart! Not now. Please. You know why I do it. And you know, I just have every pony's best interest in mind. I've had 450 years to be the happiest mare in Equestria.
Stoneheart nodded and shifted. And then there was the emotionless expression she was known for.
It's time, Princess. I'll get the bath finished. You could head right in.
She headed towards the corner and picked up the potions in her magic. Twilight eased herself into the tub and she began to sigh. Sigh until there was nothing left to sigh about.
I'd like to thank you for the job you've done these many years, Stoneheart. Not many ponies could have done that.
She then wriggled around a bit until she was comfortable, and asked,
Has the rest of the castle staff been dismissed?
Stoneheart nodded again as she uncorked the bottles and gently poured their contents into the water.
Castle is as empty as this bottle is now. It's been an honor serving you, Princess.
Twilight began to feel sleep overtaking her, and she smiled drowsily. Before she drifted off, she mumbled,
Now go. Go. Live the rest of your life, Stoneheart. You're a free mare. And Equestria moves on.
Stoneheart stood and watched for a couple of minutes as Twilight's head fell limply to the side of the tub. When she began to snore, Stoneheart set a pillow there and sat next to her, reading a novel. In the morning, while Twilight was still asleep, she gave a final salute, packed her bags, and left. Princess Twilight woke up at precisely 9 o'clock in the morning, with a few thoughts in her head.
My name is Princess Twilight Sparkle. I am the Princess of Friendship, and the Princess of Equestria. My parents were Twilight Velvet and Nightlight, and my brother was Shining Armor. I had 5 friends once, who taught me the magic of friendship. Today is your 1000th birthday, and you have just forgotten the 500 years you just lived. You'll understand why soon. The petitioners are already in the throne room. Your job is to make Equestria the happiest place it can be. You're free, Twilight. It's time to go make some new friends.